Young person, I want you to take just a minute and give serious critical thought to what you really believe about God, about the Bible, about church, all those things, because I want to tell you that you are relating to God in one of two ways. He either represents rules and a bunch of do-nots and maybe boring church services and rituals, or you see God as a loving creator. You see the Bible as his inspired word, a literal love letter full of promises and protection and instruction for you. And that is so important when it comes to the subject of purity, because when your parents or your youth pastor, when someone tries to talk to you about abstinence and about remaining sexually pure, you're either going to hear rules or you're going to hear a rich blessing. And those two are polar opposites. And I want to tell you today that I've gone the way of ignoring those rules, dismissing biblical truths as being irrelevant and old-fashioned, and I have seen the fruit of that, and it leads to destruction. And that's what our culture is seeing right now. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that unplanned pregnancies, diseases, broken relationships, unstable families, these are all the result of humanity dismissing God's plan for sex. And that is so key that you understand God created sex. It was not invented by MTV or the world or some pervert, okay? It was invented by God himself for a good and wonderful purpose. And God's message to you is not, no, you can't have sex. It's wait. Wait for the right opportunity for that godly mate and then have all the sex you want.
Staying pure it's hard. I mean, no matter like how much you love Jesus, especially if you have a boyfriend long term, it's hard. It gets hard. And so I think my parents were never naive to that, which is important, even though I love Jesus and I had no intentions of ever not staying pure, but it just gets hard. And so I think them sort of eliminating places where temptation could be there, and so never letting me and my boyfriend be alone, or if we were in a room watching a movie, they would walk by every once in a while, or send my brother by. They walk by every once in a while, and so
and they had just no boys upstairs rule, even if it was just a party thing, just no boys upstairs.
Yeah, so just eliminating that temptation.
I remember trying things on and being like, oh, this is cute, and me showing my mom and her being like, well, and I'm like, Mom, it's fine. And then she'll be like, and she just gets this look on her face, she's like, let's go show your dad. And I'm like, okay. And the second you walk in the room, he covers his eyes, not it's never been that drastic, but just every time, just show, let's go show your dad. And I think that one thing that's really important is it's very awkward, but that my mom, I remember her having to do it several times, explaining to me what being immodest can, causing men to stumble or whatever, that even though it can be really awkward, in the explanation of it, that immodesty and acting certain ways can do that to guys my age.
All right, everybody here? Moms, dads, aunts, uncles, kids, kittens, everybody here? All right, we need to talk. It's gonna be awkward, it's gonna be weird. That's what we're gonna do. I want everybody to look at everybody else in the room and just look at them and say, sex. Go ahead. I know, it's weird, just get it out there. I know, parents, you're going to want to spell it. Let's talk about S-E-X. Huh? Sex. All right. Now, we got that out there. We got the word out there. Everybody take a deep breath. Here we go. First thing you need to understand. Look at me, right here. First thing you need to understand about any relationship you're in right now. I don't care if you're 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. Here's what you need to understand. Whatever relationship you're in right now will not last. Because if you understand that, then you understand that right now, everything you put into this relationship determines how much it's going to hurt you when it ends. What happens is sex is supposed to cement two things together. And that's what marriage is all about, is cementing two things together. And remember, when I'm saying sex, I'm talking about the whole list of things. I'm not just talking about putting this here. And I know that was a little weird to say in front of your parents. But I'm not talking about just that. I'm talking about the whole package. Girls, I'm going to tell you this. If you start doing physical things with a dude, he does not like you more. Now, you may become more popular with him, but he does not like you more. And guys, when a girl starts coming on to you like that, because there are a lot more aggressive girls nowadays, when a girl starts coming on to you like that, what she's trying to figure out is she's trying to figure out the best way to keep you. Because emotionally, she wants you to stick around. She wants you to like her. So what you're doing is when you allow her to do that, you're destroying her beauty. You're destroying her confidence. And in the same way, you're throwing yourself, fellas, into this cycle of not knowing who you are, about not knowing what you believe. And now you're not confident about yourself anymore because you threw all this physical stuff out there and you started cementing things together that weren't meant to be together. So, what does that mean? Save it for marriage. Marriage is just a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper that makes doing all of this stuff legal. Illegal in God's eyes, making it profitable, making it passionate, making it successful, making it what God wanted it to be. Down here, you start playing a game over here, you're just getting a cheap imitation for something smooth, for something exciting, and for something excellent. So you don't want to get stuck with an old beat-up hoopty when God wants you to have a sports car. Wait for the sports car. It's going to be worth it. Okay. Moms, dads, kids, topic, sex, purity. What to do, what not to do. Discuss amongst yourselves. Have fun.